The world is getting smaller, they say. People fly more, they travel abroad to study, trying to get education from every corner of the world, with so much excitement to get the best quality education. It is a challenge to be a student, but being an international student is another challenge itself. It is very hard to live about 8,000 miles away from home, across the ocean, in a different continent. Her name is Sarah. She was born and raised in Rwanda, a country located in the Central East Africa. She traveled to the US for her very first time in August 2017 to pursue her undergraduate degree in integrated science with a concentration in water science.
Reaching to United States, one of the things that challenged me is time, and the second thing is food. Back home in Rwanda, we do not have long days and short nights, or short days and long nights. It's pretty much the same. So coming here in summer, we know that we have long days. I could not sleep because there are 7 hours ahead of United States in summer. So I could go up to 4 a.m. and I could not adjust to the time, but as time goes on and I would go to class, I would come tired. I was able to sleep like after a month.
It feels so good to eat some familiar food every once in a while, though it has been a challenge in the first days for Sarah to find the food she would enjoy right away.
They totally have different dishes. They're totally different. Back home, the traditional food is sweet potatoes, beans, rice, cassava. Cassava is not, I can't find cassava here in United States. And like potatoes, rice, I could find them, but they were cooked differently.
Culture shock, just like any other challenge that international students face, can go overnight. For Sarah, it takes her knowing that the discomfort she's feeling right now is temporary and can help her move forward if she keeps a positive attitude.
Reaching here, I of course had a culture shock. Everything was new. But then I allowed myself to make mistakes because it allowed me to move from my comfort zone. When things are new, like in the culture shock time, I allowed myself to be grateful for each and every moment. It was not only being grateful, I could learn something from everything that happens, and being grateful for it, it would allow me to make a further step in everything I was doing.
Building a new relationship on campus is very important for Sarah, but still finding a way to maintain her bonds with her family and friends from home is way more crucial for her life.
I didn't want to miss home, and I didn't want to feel homesick, so I could test my siblings, my close friend, my mom, like every day, at least to see their faces and pour out my feelings, talk to them. You know, that's a great feeling, talking home.
Sarah feels so joyful being around the people who know her well. She says it helps her mold who she is and gets to interact well with other students on campus.
I have many friends from Africa, from Rwanda, and I always feel joyful around them because they're people that we can resonate, people that can understand you better, people that can easily understand something you're going through, aligning with the culture. Apart from that, I also have some American friends. In the first day, it was very challenging.
Sarah counts herself blessed, for she's found a church to go to. She gets involved in different activities, group of prayers, and meet people who fill her with joy.
We just come and share how our life has been going. You share what you read, what you learned, things that you've been struggling with, things that you're thankful about. So we basically help one another to grow spiritually by sharing the Word of God, praying for one another, and encouraging one another.
She doesn't only learn about the Bible and the Word of God, but she gets to experience and learn different cultures in her group of prayers.
We are mixed. We have Asians, Americans, Africans, so we could learn from one another, play games, cook, and hang out, visit places. So it is always very moving to have them by my side. Class might be stressing and all the assignments, but having those people that are going to have all those fun, and that's encouraging.
If Sarah had learned something about values, is that it can change fast across different cultures. She believes that most people tend to judge other people's behavior based on their culture norms, but she tries to understand and appreciate other people's differences in order to work with them effectively.
If I kept on my identity and learn other people's culture, then we were going to develop and grow a diversity culture in UNL, respecting one another and recognizing every other person as an individual from their culture.
Making connections, talking to different people, and allowing herself to make mistakes have helped her learn more about herself and become more productive and efficient, and she has started building a new life as a grown-up person.
When I reached here, they always pushed us to make connections, talk to people, reach out to new people, get involved in other organizations. It was very challenging, you're going to talk to different people. That's like going from your comfort zone. But when I started to allow myself to do that, I grew, and I started to see people, to consider everyone as an individual and learning from them. And that's when I could see myself developing and getting more mature.
Food was once a challenge in her first days, but it's no longer a problem. Now, she cooks her own food during school breaks, and it is one of the steps she takes to make her college experience amazingly great.
I always get excited when break is coming because I get an opportunity to cook the traditional food with the way that I want, with the way that I used to cook it when I was back home.
After spending much time studying for the quizzes, assignments, and exams during the day, in her spare time, it is a precious moment for her to practice Rwandan traditional dances with other Rwandan students on campus. There is a change of environment that goes with the change of people, culture, and values. As a matter of fact, every change is a process, and the feeling that comes with that change might be a good experience. Just like Sarah now is well connected to the community of Nebraska.
Now everything is going well. I am fine with the food, with the weather, the study environment, the campus. Before, I could not sleep early because of the time difference. I could sleep a few hours, which affected my entire day. I could do things on the last minute, but now as I get settled, I can sleep early and wake up, do my stuff, involve in the community, volunteer, join different clubs, and being productive on campus in different ways. And I now feel like Nebraskan community is like my second home.